When we talk about fall foliage, we often think of large trees, but if you have a small landscape, you might not be able to incorporate many trees. Here are 5 that you can incorporate to add more fall foliage.
Plant number 1.
Itea virginica, also known as Sweetspire, is a shrub that gets about 3 to 4 feet tall. It grows in full sun, but you can push it into shade a little bit. It has cylindrical white flowers that come on in spring into early summertime. You can see it has lovely red foliage that it produces in late fall. There is a cultivar called Henry's Garnet that also produces even more red foliage on it in the fall time, and is said to have bigger, larger flowers on it in the summertime. It prefers moist, well-drained soils, but is adaptable to many soil conditions.
Plant number 2.
Ansonia Herbeckii is a great fall foliage plant as it gets this golden color with its nice fine foliage. You might remember we featured it on the show before as a great pollinator plant with its star-shaped light blue flowers that it gets in late spring, early summer. Now it does get quite large. You can see it's about 4 feet tall, and it will flop sometimes, so the best way to prevent it from flopping is to cut it back by about 6 inches right after it blooms. Ansonia Herbeckii is a native that prefers full sun.
Plant number 3.
Euonymus alata is appropriately named burning bush, as you can see the brilliant red fall foliage that it gets. It prefers to grow in full sun. You can push it into shade a little bit, but you're going to sacrifice some of this fall color. It is a shrub that gets to be about 15 feet tall, but is most often trimmed to stay more compact. It prefers well-drained soils, but does like consistent watering.
Plant number 4.
Hydrangea corsifolia, also known as the oak leaf hydrangea, is named that because of the shape of the leaf. But with fall color like this, you would think it would be more reminiscent of a maple tree. Now, we often think about oak leaf hydrangeas for their panicles that they get, the white panicles that they get in the summertime. They turn a light pink later on as the flowers mature, but we have beautiful fall foliage off of this plant as well. Now, oak leaf hydrangeas, you want to make sure not to prune them this time of the year in the fall, as they bloom on old wood. So they've already set their flower buds on their stems. If you were to cut those now and prune the plant back, you would be removing those flowers for next year. So the ideal time to prune an oak leaf hydrangea is right after it flowers. Oak leaf hydrangeas can range in a height from 4 to 8 feet depending on which cultivar.
Plant number 5.
Little blue stem is one of our favorite ornamental grasses, and one reason why our prairies have so much color to them. As the name implies, it has a blue hue to the stems during the summertime that then turns to this reddish purple color in the fall. Being a native, it is used to our dry summer months and also sometimes our less than stellar soil conditions. In fact, if you do plant it in too rich of a soil, it can flop on you. That's one of the problems with this plant, is planting it in too rich of a soil, as it has no major pest problems. This particular plant is a cultivar known as Smoke Signal, reaching about 40 inches tall and having even more brilliant color. While you might not have more space for trees, these 5 shrubs will ensure that you have plenty of fall color.
We hope you enjoyed this video. It's part of our Oklahoma Gardening YouTube channel. You can also find even more videos on our OK Gardening Classics YouTube channel. And join us on social media for great gardening tips, photos, and discussion.